Hi, I'm Ashley Eckstein, founder of Her Universe. The fashion show has grown so much since we first started. You know, it started out as this thing that was an oxymoron, geek couture. A couture fashion show at Comic-Con was unheard of. And now it's expected. It's what people are looking forward to on Thursday night. And that was always my dream.
My name is CAMILLE FALCIOLA and I am from Geneva, Switzerland. When I was younger, I always loved everything fashion. Growing up, I was always trying to push the boundaries of what I could wear and what styles could be mixed. 3 years ago now, I decided to start sewing. I wanted to make costumes that weren't like the store-bought things. Here I am now.
My name is THAXTON and I'm from Dallas, Texas. I kind of was always that kid that made clothes or designed things. Like I made a little jewelry company and I'd sell jewelry to all the other kids in my little small town. And once I reached high school, I was a nerdy kid, so I started going to conventions. So I started in cosplay and went to college for theater. Took me 3 tries just to get a D in algebra, so thought maybe, you know, I'm not going to be able to handle another math and another science. So I just was like, fashion design is an art degree. They'll take a D.
My name is Hannah Kent and I am from San Francisco, California. Being a little girl wanting to be just like my mom, she would give me the scraps from the dresses she was making and I would use them to make Barbie clothes. I think she just really empowered me to be creative with fabric and with clothing that way. And then when I was in high school, I discovered anime and I discovered that there were conventions where people would go and dress up as these characters, and it didn't have to be Halloween.
This year, you could tell that Hannah was in it to win it. She has entered the show all 3 years, and her design was the perfect mix of inspiration from the character and couture fashion, and I'm so happy that Hannah won.
After doing a Ripley-themed design for the 2nd year of the fashion show, that following week, and it might have even been on the drive home, I sketched my Furiosa gown. I wanted to design something that would capture the strength that she had, but also give her that elegance that was underneath. I love fabric. I love how different materials have different textures, how they'll catch the light. I really enjoyed bringing a lot of the detailing from the pants into how I designed the applique and things on the skirt. And then I wanted to contrast that with some softer fabrics, with some chiffons that I used to do a drape ruche top. I wanted the trumpeting skirt to feel kind of like the Desert Storm, and I did this really fun ombre gradient on the bottom to just really give it that, like, here's this woman and she's rising above every challenge, every storm that she's confronted with.
Camille has kind of what I like to call insane naivete, and I mean that as the best compliment, because she didn't quite know what she was getting into, but she had a big thought and she just went for it.
One day, I just woke up and I was like, you know what? I keep trying to find a Marauders map dress that I would wear that I really enjoy, and I don't see one anywhere. Being obviously inspired by both Andrew and LEETAL with their amazing transformations, I was like, can I actually make the map appear or disappear, or both, on this dress? And if so, how could I do it? The materials I used had to be outsourced from out of the country, so there was no margin for error.
I think at first she probably would tell you she got in over her head, but then she didn't give up. And even up until the 11th hour, her dress wasn't working.
I was freaking out. Came the next day of the fashion show and finished my gown right before my prejudging. And the first time we actually tested it is when Alicia walked down the runway. Wow. We had no idea what was going to happen.
And she worked overnight to make sure her dress worked, and it worked flawlessly on the runway. Jessie is our 3rd winner. This is the 2nd time that Jessie competed in the Her Universe fashion show. And the first year, many would say she probably should have won, but her design was a bit too ambitious and her model couldn't really walk down the runway in her design. This year, Jessie blew us all away.
With the Her Universe designs that I submit, I wanted to go opposite from something dark. I wanted to do something really light, so I picked Falcor because, you know, childhood, and he's such a bright, happy character. I'm most fond of leatherwork and pattern drafting. So like just the technical side of taking a 3D form and laying it out and creating it into a pattern is what I love.
And it was flawless, from hundreds of pearls to fur to, you know, this is really a finale piece that you would see at Fashion Week.
With the Her Universe fashion show, everyone is just so supportive and helpful and working together that getting there and getting backstage, it really wasn't stressful or upsetting, because I know that I could turn to Hannah, or I could turn to Camille, I could turn to any of the other girls, and I know that they'll be there to help me immediately with anything we have. Same, I would help any of them.
This fashion show has really encouraged me to push myself as a designer and as a seamstress, and I've learned so much. I was so proud of what I created because I couldn't have done it 3 years ago.
Never in a million years, after all the issues that had happened, thought that I was going to win. I was just like, all right, well, this is what's that, and oh man, I'm here now.
Ashley called me, and we knew that day it was ending, so it was kind of like, woke up early, sitting there with my cell phone, like, maybe it'll be me, I don't know. I know I had lots of friends that were voting, so maybe. And then she called, and it was the most exciting thing.
I felt like a winner just being there, and when Ashley called my name, I was just like, all right, it's another year up here, people are gonna win, just keep smiling. It's been amazing. It's been amazing.
The 2017 Her Universe fashion show promises to be bigger and better than ever. You know, last year I wore the first ever Lego couture dress. Lego has never walked the runway, and we did it. Weighed over 25 pounds, but now I have a dilemma. How am I going to top that? I think I have an idea. It's never been done before, but I know how to pull it off, so stay tuned.